Hello! Welcome to Highly Crafty. Today I have Isabella Taylor. Yay, she's an actress and content creator. And she's funny. She's a comedian, but like not really, but like kind of. It's cool.
It's a toxic relationship.
We're figuring it out, okay? We're figuring it out. So welcome.
Thank you.
Yay.
Thanks for having me.
So excited to spark it up. We've got this blunt, a little pre-rolled blunt for Isabella. It's from a company called Mother, which I've never really heard of, but they had really cute packaging, so you know. I picked it up.
That's the only reason I picked it. I was like, oh, she looks pretty.
And I've got this little, she likes indica, but I like sativa, so I did my little Potent Goods mini, which I just love that they have like that snake skin.
Yeah, it's like a sexy.
My finest thing.
Well, sexy one.
Thing.
Yeah.
Yes. All right. So grab a lighter.
Okay.
Yes, got a lighter.
I didn't want to assume anything.
We're about to spark it up. Yay.
All right. Yay.
So do you remember the first time you got high?
Oh, do I have a story for you?
I love a good story.
It's kind of a long one, so bear down.
That's what the weed's for. A weed in a story. That's what I love. A weed.
The first time I did weed in general.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how to say that. Cool. I was in high school. It was the summer before my senior year. My friend and I were like, we want to try it. Like, we want to go for it. And I was like on and off again with this guy at the time that was like 4 years older than me. And he smoked all the time. He was a little troublemaker. I love him dearly, but he was a troublemaker. And so I asked him to make us edibles. We went to go see Hairspray.
Ooh, love Hairspray.
At the community theater. Wow, what a vision. And then we were like, we're going to get high tonight. Like, we're going to do it. We're going to try it. We're going to try weed. And we go and pick up the edibles from him. And mind you, I had dated him on and off for like 2.5 years. For some reason, that night, we hooked up more than we ever had. And that wasn't like even anything. It was just like naked rolling around. And his dick was like in my ass at one point, but like not in it, but like rubbing up against it. And I was like, I have lost my virginity. Like, this feels so good, because it was like in the vicinity of my vagine. So I was like already frothing at the mouth. It was worked up. And that we weren't even together at the time. And then we leave there with the edibles. Haven't even taken them yet, by the way. This is just like the beginning of the evening. And then we go back to my house, and I had told my mom, I was like, listen, I think we're going to try some edibles tonight, just so you know. She's like, all right, we'll be safe. And I was like, okay, well, we're home. So, I mean, if you hear us leave, then you know. So we make a whole experience out of it. And we like make a sundae, like a brownie sundae. And this is the phase of my life when like the flowers were hanging on my wall and my bed was on the floor. And I thought I was like a real rock and roll hippie.
Ooh,
like
hippie, like boho chic.
Like Iowa Coachella. Yeah, in my room. And so we had made a sundae. We went upstairs and we were on Omegle. Do you remember Omegle? It's like chat roulette. Video chat with strangers. You've never done that?
No, baby. I think I was too old for that, because you're younger than me by like 10 years.
Like,
so I might have been too cool for it.
I feel like it's still relevant. But we were on that, and we were video talking to strangers. And mind you see a lot of dicks. You see a lot of things.
Wait, do strangers just pop up on it?
Yeah, it's just people like masturbating, like publicly.
Wait, so how, like, when you go to is it like a website? Or was it like an app?
I guess the question is like, why were we on?
Yeah, that's what I'm like. I'm trying to figure, like, wait, was it for dicks?
No,
like, you were looking for the dicks?
I mean, you're young and it's provocative and you think it's fun, but it was also because you just, like, wanted to connect with, like, random people all over the world.
You could just see people.
All over the world.
Okay.
Yeah, so, and, like, you would have, like, fun conversations and then you'd, like, kind of flirt with people. It's so bad. We were, like, 17. It was so illegal on so many levels.
See, at least you were doing it on a computer. I was doing that dumbass shit in person because I didn't have the option.
Well, yeah, I guess. Until you start giving them your information and you're like, be my pen pal. This is my address for letters. So we're sitting there and it didn't work. And we're like sitting there, we're like, this isn't working. And it had been like 45 minutes. And at that point, you think like an edible's going to kick in. And I'm like, okay, this isn't working.
Rookie mistake.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to give that a second.
Yeah.
It's not working. And we're sitting there and we're waiting and we're waiting. And I text my boyfriend and was like, on and off again. Because then I was like, did I cheat on you? I don't know. Like, was this? Well, hold on. Wait till the end. So On again, off again boyfriend. I text him and I'm like, dude, it's not working. He's like, okay, well, eat another one. So we go downstairs, we make another sundae, we come back up, we eat it, and then we're back on Omegle again, and we're chatting with strangers, and we're in the middle of a conversation with this guy that was like from Ireland. He was kind of cute, blah, blah, blah. My friend is in the middle of telling a story. I'm going to have to omit the name. Is in the middle of telling a story, and I just hear her go, oh no. And I was like, what? And as soon as I turned to look at her, everything was really voo, 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 voo. And I was like, oh no. So then
Like that shit happened.
it was brutal. And my whole body started tingling.
Oh,
Like your like whole
good.
body's like vibrating. Like
Yeah,
it was too
being
much.
too high is not fun. That shit's
Terrifying. Awful.
That's why I make sure to keep CBD around, because that's a good thing to like neutralize and bring you down.
Really? I should have known that.
Now that I know, I'm like,
yeah.
keep your CBD on hand just in case it's too crazy.
It was too late.
But yeah.
The deed was done. We were settled in, and we ended up like, she got up to go to the bathroom and she knocked like all of the sunglasses off the wall. She kept making a bunch of noise, like, and then I tried to stand up to go put my computer away because that poor guy had to see that whole conversation and lost
It
us.
was really weird.
And we were like, oh, we gotta go. So we hang on the computer. I try and stand up. I'm like shaking like crazy. And then I was like, we have to go to bed. Like, this is the solution. It's too much.
Just like sleep
we
it
have
off.
to go to bed. And I turn the lights off and we get in bed. And I rolled in the sheets for like 2 hours thinking it was an ocean. And I had like texted Cody at the time. I was like, the sensations are ridiculous. And then I got very horny. Like frothing at the mouth. Like wild. And I might have a little bit fingered my best friend. Because I think I was so pent up from before that I needed the release. And I it's so funny because like I insisted that we had to go
Now I know why
to
we
sleep.
need to listen.
Yeah. I warned her at the time. I was like, listen. And so we ended up falling asleep, and I like had a vision of like a certain amount of like what had happened, and then so we wake up the next morning and like she's getting a phone call, and she wakes up and she's like, hello, and she's like, shit. And she was like an hour late to work. Like we had slept way in, and she like starts freaking out because she worked at like customer service at Hy-Vee, which is a grocery store. I don't know if you know what a Hy-Vee is. And she's like, shit. She starts getting ready. We're making the bed together like in a rush, and she looks at me and she goes, did that happen? And I was like, yeah, I think it did. She's like, okay, don't tell anyone. And I was like, okay. And of course, that didn't happen. And she went to work, and I was home alone for like 3 hours after that, still high as fuck. Like whole body vibrating, tingling. Like I couldn't leave it. And mind you, I thought I lost my virginity the night before. So I was like, I'm pregnant.
You're hitting rock bottom.
Yeah,
basically.
I was like, I'm pregnant. My mom's going to come home. I have to tell her everything. And by the time she comes home, I'm just sitting at the kitchen table, like staring at the ground. And she walks in, she looks at me, she's like, I just feel like you lost your virginity. And I was like, I think I did that too, actually. And she was like, Isabella. And I was like, I don't know. I think I need to be on birth control. I might be pregnant. And I'm high. I'm so high still. Make it stop. And she's like, Jesus Christ. And so, yeah, that was the first experience.
What a fun story. Mom was freaking out. She's like, damn it.
I didn't hear from
That's hilarious.
that guy.
You thought you were pregnant.
It was awful.
From some
False alarm,
rubbing,
I definitely
some heavy
did.
petting.
Did not lose my virginity. I learned that later. But it was an experience, and we're here to tell the tale.
I mean, you did it. You lived through it. Well done. Well done.
Something else. Forever I couldn't. She's like, don't tell that story. I was like,
I think I'm going to tell the story. So how are we feeling?
I feel good.
You want to get some craftiness happening?
Let's get some crafty.
All right, so we are going to go to the crafting corner. You will come with us. Okay.
Yay.
Yay. Here we are in the crafting corner.
Yay.
Yay. And look, okay, so today, our craft is...
I don't want any aspersions being casted on my part, okay?
Aspersions.
Aspersions. That's awful. Oh no! I can't move! Okay. This is not on brand for me. I'm not gonna be able to move the whole time.
today we have this beautiful. Here, can you see? Oh, there. Yeah, it's a beautiful picture frame with like little flowers.
There we go.
Oh, there.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. There we go. So it's this picture frame with like the little flowers on there. Come on, light. Quit tripping. Oh, there. Okay, you can kind of see picture frame, flowers. It's beautiful. It's gorgeous. Oh.
It's a version.
Huh?
Back there. Yeah, there we go. There we go.
Oh,
Yes.
picture frame with flowers
Yes.
is our project today. So it's just like a plain frame, and then I have all of these flowers. Oh shit, I dropped them.
I didn't
Little
like it
fancy
anyway.
flowers. And I also have my glue gun. We shall commence with our crafting. And I shall commence with puffing on sativa
Good for you.
joints.
I don't know if I want to
This
add
is
that
really
much
coming
more.
along. This is really coming along.
I did a collage once when I was high, and I thought it was brilliant. And I put it on my wall. Like, I hung up. I was like, "This is my gallery wall. This is gonna look great." And I'm like smoking. I'm like I feel like I'm fucking Pollock, like throwing paint and smoking. And then I like got up the next morning and was like, "Oh God!" And then I walk out and I look at my wall and I was like, "Oh, that is not good at all." And I'm scared that that's what's about to happen.
No.
This is the prettiest thing.
This
I've
is
ever
good
made.
because, like, you can't really mess it up. You know what I mean? Like, if you would have just put one flower on there, strategically placed, it would have looked great, you know?
Yeah, it's
So
true.
it's hard to muck it up. She's done!
This is my frame?
Yay! Look at her frame! We'll go close in. Look at all these beautiful flowers. Look at that lusciousness.
Look at it.
Ooh,
Purples and blues.
You did wonderful.
Thank you.
Bravo, bravo. We got highly crafty. So let me ask you.
Okay.
If the people
Yes.
would like more of you, where should they go? What should they do?
Follow me on Instagram and TikTok. It's Isabella Jean Taylor. I used to have a website, and then I was like, don't want to pay for that domain anymore, so that no longer exists. That's pretty much, I think. Oh, well, so those all the platforms that people post stuff?
Yeah,
Instagram,
I
TikTok.
can only post on one. I can't keep
I'm
up
not
with
really
everything.
good at LinkedIn, so probably don't find me there.
Yeah, don't look. And thank you
Thanks
for
for having
coming
me. It
and
was
getting
so
highly
fun.
crafty.
I loved
with
it.
me. Yay!
Yay.
And yeah, just make sure you like subscribe and like
And
watch
like.
more and like
And let her do this for a
yeah.
living.
Oh, that would be
Yeah.
fun. Yeah. Pay for me to have a nanny
It's
so
the
I can
goal.
just be like a real housewife.
Get high all the time.
A real housewife of highness.
I would say your address, but we're not allowed to say it.
Thank you for watching, and go get high and do a craft. It'll be fun. Bye.
Bye.